Jeffrey Montgomery told me if I'm in the room, I should wear it.
That has got to be the dumbest thing I have ever heard you say in 42 years of marriage or however long it's been. You're not on camera tonight, and you put your crown on anyway.
Jeffrey Montgomery said, if I'm in the room, wear the crown. You won't be on camera, but we'll be able to tell.
I was just getting ready to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and good night to all you fine folks. Ready to start drinking, welcoming you to the Bottom of the Glass Nation show. And she reaches over and puts the crown on. I said, you're not on camera tonight. She goes, I don't care. I like it. And Jeffrey Montgomery said I should wear it. I go, you're literally, we're going to miss the beginning of the show because we started an argument about the crown before, right, 10 seconds as the show's beginning. Oh.
I just do it to aggravate you. It worked.
Well, the good news is you're talking so low, no one can hear you. So
they can hear me.
Nobody can hear you.
They can hear me.
But it's moments
but it's aggravating you, so it's working.
It is aggravating me, yeah. I let you know, it's moments like this, when you do stuff like that, reminds me of one of the greatest philosophers of the 20th century, a man named Iceman from Bodfish, who looked at me across a crowded bar one night and said the immortal words, chicks, man.
Jeffrey Montgomery says, I'm going to end up in the woodshed, aren't I?
Yeah, Jeffrey Montgomery should be in the woodshed right now. That's a good idea. Where is that goddamn Jeffrey Montgomery? Let's see. You can't save him. You can't save him. You cannot save him. Jeffrey Montgomery, he's out in the woodshed. All right, so welcome to the Bottom of the Glass Nation show. It is Tuesday, February 6th, a little bit after 6 p.m. Los Angeles time. This dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert has gathered up all of his $3 words, poured them into the bottom of this glass, and we will seek the truth, for as all of you know, the truth is at the bottom of the glass. I don't want to drink this alcohol. I'm not a fan of drinking this alcohol, but if the truth is at the bottom of the glass, I will drink this alcohol. So we can discover the truth. Remember, you have to drink also. I'm going to drink and lie. You're going to drink and believe me. This is a very symbiotic relationship. If you're not doing your part, curse you. Damn you all to hell. You're ruining the show. Oh, let's drink. Let's start with the glass. Raise a glass. I'm sure Two Bears sliding in sideways. Drink in hand, circling the wagons, and pouring a drink. This is to you guys. Bottom of the Glass Nation. You are a legion of extras. I am the general. Fall in! And let's begin.
Hey, I got to tell you, Kevin Grimes said, hi, my name is Kevin, and I'm a GXT-holic. It's been 3 hours since my last dose. Very clever.
I'm an extra. It's been 6 hours since my last meeting. That's funny. Who did that?
Kevin Grimes.
Kevin. Now, that's the right Kevin. We got the wrong Kevin. Remember, I threw the wrong Kevin
yeah,
out last
yeah.
Well, you guys didn't tell me. You just said Kevin. I can't help it if there's more than one Kevin.
Obi just said my tiara looks great, so he must see it. I told you they can see it.
They can't see your tiara. It doesn't look... Okay, you have your hair up right now. Actually, you know what? With your hair up, the tiara kind of makes it look like it's a ballroom dancing type thing. It actually looks like it fits.
Yep.
You should never admit that. Never. It's a dangerous precedence for men for you to set if you let your wives think they're right about anything. I think it's dangerous to even let that be out there. So be careful when you let them know they're right. They may come back to haunt you. It's a true story. All right. So who's in here tonight?
I have a few things.
Well, go ahead and read your few things, and I'll comment as you go along.
Shauna Hedden, or Hedden, I'm not exactly sure, is a new member. Welcome to I'm an Extra.
Thank you for
Zoe
being an extra.
Michelle's back. We haven't seen her for a while.
Where have Zoe been? I've been doing this whole thing without you for so long, Zoe.
I know.
Carrying the whole program,
I know.
Doing it myself. Where have you been?
Hello, Facebook, everybody over there. I see you. Our mods see you. They're in the sheets. Chris Yerger, General, we await your awesomeness. 20-month subscriber. He's over on Facebook.
I will try not to disappoint.
Samuel Pancake got his big red one today.
All right. Got your big red one. Anybody who's on Facebook doesn't include you because Facebook doesn't allow it. They don't have a program for that. But over on YouTube, if you've been a subscriber, if you've been a member for a full year, you get a 1-year anniversary pin next to your name. Anybody in the YouTube chat, anybody in the YouTube comments, if you see someone going by with their big red one, well, they've earned it. They've been strapped to this horse for a full year.
I have one more comment. Carl Gerard here on YouTube gave $19.99, $20. Not a post to bring the shoe down. Not a post to bring the shoe down.
Yeah.
Showdown, I'm assuming. But I ask for all to toast my late sister, Shannon, who passed in a car accident 30 years ago tonight when I was 19. So please, just a toast to her beautiful soul in memory.
Carl Gerard, our favorite Frenchman, you're goddamn right I will. I'm sorry that people have to leave our lives, but it's important that we always remember them. This one's to your sister, my fine feathered friend.
Nice. All right, carry on.
Okay, so there was stuff. We talked about who's here and who's not here. Oh, did you guys over on Facebook, did you guys go to the Facebook page called The General's Lunchbox? I got a few emails from you guys. If you're on Facebook and you can make your way to The General's Lunchbox, you guys know that information, pictures, and videos have been trickling out to all of you from Las Vegas. I'm still telling you, there's some we cannot ever show. It completely inappropriate for your dancing and listening pleasure at the family G-rated value. However, Josh Maddox, who's one of our more creative staff members, put together a video, and we posted it for members only. So it's on Patreon. It's on for the YouTube members in the community section, but it's also made its way to Facebook. It's the members only page. But if you guys want to go see it, it's up there. He did a really good job with that. So we want to thank Josh for putting that together. Josh is over on Rumble, sitting in Rumble, strumming his guitar. He is the moderator for Rumble, and there's only 2 other people in Rumble. You got to imagine what it's like. Josh Maddox, he's got Rumble. Rumble's his baby. So, we have moderators on Facebook. We got moderators on YouTube. And Josh handles Rumble all by himself. We simulcast over there, but you gotta wonder what that's like. Josh just waits for the door to open. Would somebody come in? Can somebody come in, Rumble, and talk to me? And you got to be... Hey, is anybody in here? Is this the right room for Gen X Talks? And Josh is like, come on in. There's a big room with donuts and coffee and 75 chairs that nobody's sitting in. And Josh going around the thing with strumming his guitar. Nah, I'm not saying it's off-putting, but it's, it might be a little bit like, ooh, I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong room. I thought I was in for abuse counseling, and this doesn't look like it. All right. So just go over and visit Josh sometimes. You guys have a Rumble account. You should just stop what you're doing and go visit Josh. He's over there all by himself. If a bunch of you left Facebook and YouTube and went over to Rumble, you can come back, but at least you'd fill the room. I think the most he's ever had is like 27 or 30 people. But if you guys all went over there just to make him feel good. In fact, everybody should leave their live stream right now. Go to Rumble, give Josh a hug, and then come back to where you want to be. But Josh is over there all by himself, okay? And it's just hard on his psyche. He's a little dim-witted. We get the tax break for hiring the handicap, so we put him over there on Rumble. He's a good kid. We love Josh, but you should go give him a hug. All right.
Would you like me to do a few more?
I would love for you to do a few more.
Jack Armstrong over on Facebook says, love the show, 6-month subscriber.
There we go, Jack.
Sweet and Spicy Susie.
Sweet and Spicy Susie.
She goes, what's going to be the next movie this week on Discord, which is Hitch with Will Smith.
We got yelled at about that today.
No, we did not get yelled at. You did, because you're the only one on staff that never checks the calendar. Ever.
I didn't even know we had a calendar. We have a staff calendar? So you told me to change it, and so I changed it to Hitch. Then one staff member says, what's the movie? Another staff member says, we haven't decided yet. So if everybody knows about this mysterious calendar, how come there was a staff member that had to ask what the movie was?
I have no idea.
How come another staff member said it's undecided? That's 2 staff members that did not get the memo.
Okay, so Sweet and Spicy Susie, your next question is, we put in requests? Yes, you can. You have to email trippypineapple@genxtalks.com or
Pineapple.
find him on Discord and direct message him on there. He is taking requests. You can go do that. Garage Monkey Mechanics.
Yeah.
Are you the same general that's on the Something Awful forum?
I don't think so. I don't think that's me. No.
Really?
No.
Sounds like something you do.
It's not.
All right.
I don't think I did that.
Our friend Kelly Dix on Facebook Personal's back.
Kelly Dix.
If you guys were here on Saturday, we had a blast.
If you guys heard Saturday's live stream with Kelly Dix, that's funny.
She said, hey, guys, what's up?
And she's always been a dick. That's what we learned. She's
man.
been a dick forever.
Cody Lawrence on Facebook Business wants to know, what's your thoughts on the border crisis? Can you do a little synopsis for us?
Yeah, we did that on the World Show. If you guys watch we do a World Show every Monday and Friday at 10 a.m. Los Angeles time, and we talk about things from around the world, and we share some things with others around the world that are going on in the United States. One of them we talked about recently was the border crisis. I think there's a couple of tells. If you guys play poker, you know what tells are. I think it's you can argue without much debate. You can simply read how stupid this border bill is that they're putting before the House and Senate. Even Democrat senators are balking at it. But if you want to know the tell. If the Biden administration's coming out right now and saying, God damn, the border is a problem and the border crisis, and I need this bill to pass, got to take it seriously. Well, you're at the end of your third year. You've waited almost 4 years. Now you're going to put forward a bill, and now you're going to pretend it's serious? Now? You could have done this since day one. Well, I need the power of the pen. I need to sign the paper with my pen, the power of the pen to make things happen. I can't do it without Congress. I can't do it. My hands are tied. Really? Were your hands tied when you took office? And day one, you wrote 72 executive orders to undo regulations and undo provisions. You had the power of the pen on day one. You even used it and told everybody about it. Now, mysteriously, all right, I'll forget all that. Let's just forget that the whole party is full of shit on this topic. And let's just go back to, why don't you just enforce the rules that are on the books now? I won't bother you with how come you didn't finish the wall, because that's an obvious one. I won't bother you with how come you had the power of the pen on the first day. I won't bother you with why it's taken you 3 years to even suggest a bill to submit to Congress. We'll let all that aside. Leave it all aside. Why don't you just enforce the rules that are on the books now? We have laws on the books that you're skipping over, that you're turning a blind eye to. If it's so important to the Democratic Party, if it's so important to liberals all of a sudden, what are you doing? Oh, I know this is one of those things. We have a new strategy. I really love the new strategy. You guys heard how Biden said he was talking to one of the dead president in France, right? Dead guy, been dead for a long time, and he just pretended he had a conversation with him. So they ask KJP in the White House press room. They ask her. Ducey says, "Well, why was he doing that?" And what are you going to say when the president fucks up at that level, and someone calls you out and says, "What the fuck was that all about?" I'm not going to talk about that. You were there. You saw what he said in Las Vegas. Yeah. He stepped on his dick. We're asking why. We're asking what's going on. I'm not going to talk about it. Oh. So is that a new policy? We can do that? You know what I wish? I was going to save this for later, but since you kind of worked me into it this way, I think what we should do is go back over the past 3 years and all of the press secretaries. Now listen to me. This would be a great idea. Let's write down every excuse they give for getting out of a conversation. Remember, Psaki we'll circle back to that. You know what? Let me just work the room and we'll circle back. And then she never comes back. Now we're just saying, I'm not going to talk about it. Let's write those down and put them on a list. And when Trump becomes president and they start asking our press secretary some hard questions, let's just every day, every time there's a press conference, let's pass out this list and say, we're going to use the Biden administration excuse number 9. Everybody scroll down to excuse number 9. We don't want to talk about it. Next question. Okay, we're going to use excuse number 3. We're circling back, but we're never going to. Remember that one? Label it. Let's just label it. The far left, the liberal left, the Democratic left, excuses on how you dodge questions in a press briefing. Let's write them down. Let's take them from direct quotes from what they did, what they said. Let's write them down, and then let's use them. How are they going to deny that we're allowed to do that? How can they say, we're just going by your playbook? We're just reading yours right back to you. They were good enough for you guys. They were good enough for you guys to use them, so we'd like to use, and there's 100 of them. They're very creative at this. I'm just saying, if we write it down and make fun of them and show them, hey, do you see all your stupid things you said? We're going to use them now because you clearly think these are okay. That's where we should go with that. Nah, I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent on that.
Okay, so are you back now?
Yeah, I'm back now.
Okay, hi.
Yeah, do you see why I drink?
Okay.
It's the woman I'm married to and the man who's running my country. Between the two of them, I don't get a minute's sleep.
Okay. Well, first of all, staff is reporting that no Rumble. It's not on Rumble. Can Josh check that out?
It was. I put everything in there perfectly.
Okay. Well, Scott Robinson over on Facebook, personal drinking with you, General, lemonade and vodka.
Lemonade and vodka. Okay, can you look up on the screen, sweetheart, on the monitor?
Yes.
See where it says end live stream?
Yeah.
That means it should be going. However, remember the controversy that Josh and I had today?
Yeah.
You might be on the wrong Rumble.
Okay. Well, I'll wait till I confirm with
You might be on the
Josh.
wrong Rumble.
Okay, Jack Armstrong, Facebook. Hope you had a great time in Vegas. The last time I was there in 2008 when I was going off to Iraq again, won $1,000 before I left.
Far out, man. We'll come back next time and win $1,000 for Gen X Talks. We'd appreciate that.
Russell Covey.
Russell Covey's over on Facebook.
We can't leave Sammy Joe.
We can't leave her.
He can't go over to Rumble because he doesn't want to leave her.
Now, there's some loyalty. There's some goddamn red-blooded American loyalty about that level right there. It don't matter if you're black, white, Indian, or Mexican. That's some loyalty right there.
Joe Crossman over on Facebook says, shout out from the Boston Fire Department. They're watching.
Far out, man. Over in Boston. Hey, did you park your fire engine in the house with your dog? I wonder if they still have Dalmatians. Does anybody have a Dalmatian for a fire truck anymore?
Why are you asking me, man? I'm not a fire person.
No.
Woman, whatever they're called nowadays.
Fire extinguish personage?
I don't know. Fire person. Do they have to say fire person now?
They probably do. Fire. If it's a pronoun, it's a them. Fire them. Fire.
You know, the
people.
Boston Fire Department should take a picture of your department of you guys, like in front of the station, and we will put it up in the studio for sure.
Hold up like a Gen X Talks bumper stick or something, so we know it's for us. I mean, you guys probably have a picture you're just going to send, which is cool.
Which is fine. I'd love it. That would be awesome to have it.
Yeah, you want the Boston Fire Department mail calendar is what you want.
I wonder if there is such a thing.
Why are you? No,
you brought it up.
There's not.
How do you know? So
you know what? Any of you who are under the age of, if you guys don't know the correlation between a Dalmatian dog and the fire department, leave. If you guys are going, why is he talking about a Dalmatian dog with the fire department? What fucking sense does that make? It makes a lot of sense to old people. So if you don't get it, exit. Yeah.
Debbie Anderson here on YouTube goes, this guy sucks.
Debbie Anderson said I suck?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, if Debbie says I suck, then I guess we should just call it quits, Debbie. That wasn't a very nice thing to say. I mean, I know I'm not good at my job. I don't even get paid, but you didn't really have to say it out loud, did you? I mean, that's kind of unkind. I mean, that's like calling me fat. I know I'm fat.
Don't parents teach their
teach their kids, yeah.
When you don't say something, if you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. Well, they don't get taught that anymore.
Her parents didn't teach her that. Or, you know, she just doesn't give a shit. She's, you know, an arrogant person, and she thought, you know what? I'll come in here and say something no one's ever heard before. You think you're the first person that's told me I sucked? Well, you know what? If that's got to be it, then I'll just go.
Wow.
You know what? I can't just sign off. I had more stuff to say. I put a lot of effort into this sucky show. I copied some pictures and I made some notes for this sucky show. And goddamn it, I'm going to get through the next 40 minutes of this sucky show, regardless of what Deborah... what's her name? Deborah...
I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I should remove her or put her in a timeout. I haven't decided because everybody's asking for her to be removed. If they speak, if the Bottom of the Glass Nation speaks...
We could put it to a vote. You want me to put a poll up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bounce Debbie or not?
I don't know her name though. Let's see.
Her name is Debbie Anderson. You got it?
I do. I think I got it. Let's see.
Okay.
Yes or no? I called her the awful girl because she called me sucky.
I know. She said you sucked.
I know. That's very
That is
hurtful.
just rude.
It's horrible. What a terrible human being to just walk in there and say something like that.
Whatever.
My feelings are hurt. I need a moment to cry. I need a tissue.
You had a tissue. You need another one?
I need another one. It's going to take a minute. You know what?
Well, I have some good news to tell you.
I need some refrigerated Hawaiian water right now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Our own Samuel Pancake over here on YouTube has announced that baby number 4 is on his way. Baby, you still got to catch up with us, Samuel.
Baby number 4 is on its way.
Is on its way. Holy mackerel.
Samuel, if this is a cry for help, I can help you out here. You got to quit washing your laundry with your chick's laundry.
Yeah, we figured that out.
Underwear together, babies happen. That's how they're made. And then a stork comes and drops it. And I've seen the whole thing, man. I've seen the whole thing.
There's a book.
There is a book on it, yeah. Can you see the? I can't see the.
I'm kind of busy right now. You have me doing both right here.
There's actually some people that said that she should not be. She should not be kicked.
Really?
I bet that's her. It's one voter.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, Two Bear deleted her message, so I don't know. I think what is it? What's the thing? Does she get deleted?
Well, poll's been only up there for a minute.
Don't care. Two Bear is on her like he's just timing her out. He's waiting for it.
She didn't. Nobody said you sucked. So we don't have the rage of the people against her. She just said I suck.
Well, if she would have said I have no qualm of kicking her ass out. So I'm the queen. I get what I want. So
I'm the queen, I get what I want. All right.
That's the end of that.
It's the way it's looking to me. It's 85% or 80%. I ended the poll, and there you go. The results will be posted right now publicly for everybody to see. 92 votes, real quick. 19% no. And 80% yes. So if you find her, you got to kick her.
Oh, that's easy. It's right here.
Well, you got to put her in a long timeout, like for a month.
It can only go 24 hours.
Well, they put her in a 24-hour timeout.
And she's done.
Let's face it, she doesn't contribute anyway. She has nothing to contribute.
She's not
worthless.
a member.
No, she's nothing. She's worthless. She wandered in here and this guy sucks, and then she got kicked out, and now she can sit and cry about it.
Loud One gave $5 and said, "Debbie, I drive this bus. Get off my bus."
So Loud One pulled the Gen X Talks bus over, opened the door, and everybody threw her out. She landed on her ass, staring up, just like Bang Brothers do, and off the bus went.
She's on the wrong line.
She's on the wrong line. Yep, get out. And
okay, I need to read something because I'm going to lose it. Scott Royston gifted 5 memberships because I've been busy here. Mrs. B. Haven, Ashley Church, Conspiracy Music, Darth Mocker, and Greg Vanderlip have memberships tonight. Oh my goodness.
Those are all horrible names. Those are horrible screen names. How did you get through that?
I don't know.
That was barely. All right, keep going. What do you got?
Okay, I got more.
Yeah.
I got more. Mrs. Fort Watton gifted 5 memberships to Ace, Zelig, Takasami, J Money, and Kenny. They are all getting memberships.
All right, I'm going to take issue with Takasama.
Why?
Because that dude's been around forever.
Yeah,
and he gets a free membership about every month. He's riding that high tide right into port, I'm telling you.
Okay.
All right.
Holmesy, you guys make my day every day. Being someone who struggles with being a 22 survivor, you bring a smile to my face. Well, isn't that the total opposite of Debbie Downer?
Even though we suck, even though Debbie Downer says we suck, we still reach people. That's right.
The right people.
The right people. Not the wrong people. Not the left people. The right people.
Daniel Velasquez, member for 22 months. Legion of X, the General, and Gen X Mom. What a duo.
Thank you.
Dark Knight 221. What do you think of the UFO theory? That is off Rumble. We are hearing from Rumble, so Rumble is off. Or
Rumble's
on. Sorry. Sorry.
Rumble's up and running. Yeah, there's so many things about UFOs. We should do a whole show on that one time. Because there's a lot of weird military evidence. The fact that the government now acknowledged that there are unidentified objects, but just because someone has an unidentified flying object, which is what a UFO is, does that automatically mean it's an alien person in there? Is it an alien technology, or is it just something we don't understand? I'm just asking questions here. I'm not coming up with assumptions or prepositions to the beginning of my phrases. Prepositional phrase, got that? I'm not saying that. I'm just posing a question. We don't have time to go through that tonight, but that's a great topic. Oh, that's one for the radio station when we do the call-in stuff.
Yeah.
That would be great for the call-in stuff on the radio station.
Joe Derek is yelling, good morning from the Philippines, General, beautiful Gen X mom, and the rest of this great Gen X family.
Why do they say beautiful? You're not even on camera. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm speaking as a live in-studio person right now. I can see Gen X mom right there. Mama X is right there. And you're using the word beautiful? Let me help you out. Got 2 words for you. Ethel Mertz. That's all I'm saying.
You know what?
All I'm saying.
Not with a crown.
Ethel Mertz with a crown. So I want to talk about Cutco knives or Cutco cutlery or whatever.
Not right at this moment because you are just going too slow. The sheets are filling up. You're going to have to just wait. Let me go through it.
I'm doing a show.
I'm doing my job here.
God damn it. Go.
Chipmunk, member for 14 months. We love you, said Chipmunk. Let's see. Rumble is giving their... Wow, from Rumble it says, bye-bye, Debbie. Don't let the door hit you in the butt on the way out. Woodshed. Man, they all just came over.
Jumped on her ass.
Holy mackerel.
Not in a good way.
Not in a good way. Nightbot, member for 1 year. Loud One, rest in peace, Toby Keith. Beer for his horses.
I'm getting to that, but she won't shut up. It's on my list,
He gave $5. Shut up.
Well, how come you read his shit, but I can't read mine?
Because he gave money, did you?
I don't have any money. You have all my money.
Joe Crossman, my Boston fireman, said, we can work something out for a picture, and no, we don't, regarding the Dalmatian.
Well, do you know what? Ask him what firehouse he's at, and we'll send some merch over there to him at the firehouse. Then they can
Tell him right there. Tell Joe yourself.
Hey, Joe, my wife would like to know what firehouse you're in, so she can send you some stuff so you guys can all get in your shirtless suspenders and take a picture for her, which is, you know what she used to do? There's a fire station over here not too far from the house. And in the summertime, her and the other moms in the neighborhood, they would know what days and times that the guys were out there washing the fire trucks. They'd go for their walks. Mysteriously, their walks were always the same time, the same location, and they'd walk over to the park and walk around the firehouse while they were washing all the fire equipment. So there, does that give you an idea what we're looking for here? But if you tell us what firehouse you're at, we'll send some stuff to you with your name on it. Make sure you got his name, because I didn't write down his name.
Joe Crossman.
Joe. Hey, Joe.
I already know, because Joe is a family name of mine, so hey, it's all good. Ace Madura says, Gen X mom, tell the general everyone comments about your beauty because it radiates out to everyone, even if you're not on camera.
It doesn't radiate through a microphone. You guys are so full of shit. I mean, literally full of shit. It doesn't happen.
Oh.
Can I get back to my show now?
Cops and Robert says, I can see Gen X mom in the reflection behind you. Where?
Wait, is that true?
What
Wait, move
reflection?
your hand around or something. He's lying. I thought maybe in this little YouTube thing right here, because it's a mirror. He had me thinking for a second.
I know, I was too. I was like, wait a second. What the heck?
That's funny, man. He makes the show come to a screeching halt.
We all went, whoa.
Where's he, you know?
Yeah, crazy.
All right, so I have a show to get to, and I'm going to get to it right goddamn now.
You have permission. Carry on.
Okay, you don't give me permission. I give you permission.
I'm wearing the crown. Are you?
You don't buy me out. I buy you out. That was a pull from a movie. What movie? Mo Green said it. So what movie was that? Mo Green said it. I don't buy you. You don't buy me out. I buy you out. I talked to Barsini. Never mind. You had to pick out the movie on that. So for those of you who didn't join Patreon, you didn't get the announcement. If you're on Facebook, you're on Rumble, you're on YouTube, they are going to squash the conservative channels. You're not going to get your notifications. No matter if you subscribe or you ring the bell or
They
all
said
the
Godfather.
Godfather's right? Yeah.
Okay.
Who did that? Nice pull.
Bruce Starkweather.
Bruce Starkweather. Nice pull, my man. Nice fucking pull. If you join Patreon, we just send you an email right before the show starts, about a half an hour. That way, you don't miss it. You get to decide. Plus, you can scroll back through Patreon. There's 3 years of behind-the-scenes stuff that the public doesn't get to see. That's one. Yeah, Toby Keith. I am not a country person at all. My wife is very much. I will tell you that over my time on this planet, I'm not a country fan. I'm not a country music fan. I'm not a country singer fan. But there were some moments in time where I really was digging Toby Keith. Some of his videos were really funny. Some of his music was super catchy. And I've come to listen to a few of the interviews that I'd heard over time. And then, of course, there's a ton going on today. They're playing excerpts from the things he said and believed in his life. And I got to tell you, that was a cool cat. I wish I would have paid a little bit more attention to his stuff, his music and his thoughts and the things he did while he was alive. But I'm not going to miss the chance now because a lot of you have sent me some stuff on him with some links, and I appreciate that. And I would normally not ever raise a drink to a movie star or a singer unless I really was into them and missed them. But I'm going to Toby because there's some cool factors about that dude and probably some more that I don't even know. So this is to Toby, and I'm sure I'm not the only one raising a glass to him tonight. But if you guys want to do it with me, thank you.
I have something to share to you that's new on, and everybody will tell you that's new on thing.
Yeah.
When somebody puts a super chat in, they now have a little thumbs up if you want to like it.
Really?
Yeah, that's a new. I just saw that.
New feature.
Yeah, that's a new feature on here. When somebody gives money or a donation or something, yeah, it gives a little thumb, and people can go and click them and tell people, "Hey, way to go, way to go, way to go."
Far out. I did not know that.
That's a new feature.
All right, so Toby Keith raised a glass, said some nice things there. I got to tell you, you guys have been sending me some weird stuff about nostalgia because in the Bottom of the Glass Nation show, we started getting into some nostalgia stuff, and you guys were asking me about different things. So there's a few that came through. I want to talk about a couple of them. Number one, these are those fucking Beanie Babies, right? Those things. And I remember when those came out. And it was a fad, and there was collectible versions and rare ones and thousands of dollars for these fucking, I think these are called Beanie Babies, whatever these fucking things, a little Thai company. Is that what those are called? Are those called Beanie Babies?
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, these things, whatever. Do you want to know the one rule I had against these things when they came out? And if you remember this might bode well for you across your life. They build these things out as collectibles. They sold them brand new as a collectible, as an item that you're selling it. These are collectibles. And all of a sudden, everybody went crazy. Everybody was buying them. Everybody was completing sets. Everybody's getting the rare ones, blah, blah, blah. My one issue was, how can you make something brand new as a collectible? Even baseball cards, a brand new baseball card, you don't know that it's a collectible until years have gone by. Then it becomes a collectible. When they were pushing these things so hard when they came out, whatever fucking year that was, and it was a brand new collectible, I was like, how can it be a collectible? And so I'm just letting you know that I don't feel personally duped by that, because if you Generation X, when you come out with some shit like that and go, here's something brand new and one day it's going to be worth a lot of money, please buy all of them. Fuck off. We're not called like that. Now, if a bunch of you have those as collectibles, please don't feel like I'm ashamed of you. I still respect you. We can all move forward. All right. So, speaking of stuffed animals, I don't know. Jules, I don't know if you heard about this guy or not. You know who that is on the screen there?
Yeah, Elmo.
That's Elmo. And now I've let this story marinate for a little bit because I wanted to see where it went. You guys might have seen it. It hit all the news things a week or so ago. The Elmo Twitter page, the X page, he just comes on. Jules, did you hear about what happened here? He just comes on and says, hey, Elmo, checking in on everybody. How's it going? Like in 2024. That's all he said. 100 million views on that page in the first week. 100 million views. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of replies. And all of them were a complaint. It sucks. The gas is too high. Food's too expensive. The border's open. The whole world's going to shit. I mean, the liberals went in and tried to shut it down. They tried to ban the page with complaints. They got, 50,000 far left liberals to go complain, get the automatic thing, and the algorithm will shut it down. And Musk and his team were like, fuck that. It's just opinions. And go look at right now, 99.99% of all the stuff in there is how fucked up the United States is, how far behind, how messed up, how run down. Everything's too expensive. Nothing's getting, it was a huge bitch list. And all he did was ask what's going on. You want to talk about touching a nerve? You want to talk about going in there and having some little Sesame Street stuffed animal go pop his head up and goes, "Hi, everybody, how's it going?" And 300 million Americans turn around and go, "Fuck you. It sucks." That's the pulse of America. That was unsolicited. You want to talk about polling data that's always skewed? That one wasn't. That was just a simple question. Oh my God. And I waited a couple days on this thing now, and the numbers are insane. The complaints about the condition of the United States since Biden took office is insane. And there is no possible way these are all Republicans. There's not even that many registered Republicans in the country. These are Democrats that are sliding in there quietly going, "This is fucked up." And did you see speaking of that, and I won't harp on it too long, did you guys see the MSNBC deal where they went into the barbershop? They picked a barbershop with all black barbers and black customers, and they sat down and you guys need to go see this. And at the end of it, they're like, "We're voting for Trump." And the MSNBC people were sitting there with their eyes open and looking at each other. Their jaws were dropped to the floor. Like, what the fuck is going on? Do you know when they got all done with that? Because these were just regular American dudes just saying their piece on this. When they got done and they packaged this together, did you hear some of the MSNBC commentators in the studio on that? They said, they're stupid. They're a bunch of fucking idiots. What do they know? You just got a bad barber. You know, the rest of the barbershops, they're on board. These guys are just fucking idiots. That was the whole vibe of how they responded to people answering honestly. This is the vibe when Elmo asks a question and, 2/3 of the country chimes in that things are fucked up. I don't know, man. We have said it here for a long time. The pendulum is swinging back the other way. I've been telling you that for 2 years. You guys have been with me saying it for 2 years. And now, all of a sudden, we're going to look like geniuses because it's actually happening. We're not geniuses. We just all saw the handwriting on the wall. Doesn't mean we're smart. It means we're fucking paying attention. That's it. Goddamn derelict hippies. So another one you guys sent me. You guys wanted me. The note that came along with this. These were big in the 90s. Does anybody remember Doc Martens in the 90s?
They still have them.
I don't remember them in the 90s. That was. I'm going to speak as Generation X. I'm going to speak from the heart of the punk culture in the 80s. The punk music was Liberty Spikes, Subculture, torn plaid, button-down shirts, and Doc Martens. No, I didn't have any, but I can sing every Toy Dolls song as well as the next guy. That's right, Nelly the Elephant, Spiders in the Dressing Room. Yes, yeah, this guy right here. But I didn't wear Doc Martens. And for you to say the note that came along with it is exclusively 90s. I don't know, but did any of you wear them in the 90s? Maybe you did.
Yeah, there's a lot of people saying them.
But there had to have been some cats that in my era because I used to hang out with these guys, and these guys wore Doc Martens. And this was back in 83, 84. John H. Francis Polytechnic High School. Yeah. True story. All right. Please don't forget the podcast. Moderators can put a link to the podcast. It goes up every Friday morning at midnight, 12:02 a.m. Don't forget, we're broadcasting the recording session. You guys hear the podcast. It's the fastest growing segment of Gen X Talks right now. You guys hear the podcast Friday when the edited version comes out. What? The edited version, but the unedited, uncensored, unfiltered version is live on KGXT Radio Thursday, the day before at 10 a.m. Yes, Gen X Mom.
Oh, do I get a turn?
All right, let's go back to Gen X Mom.
You always forget the sheets. Always forget the sheets.
I'm talking to my friends here, and you're giving me shit.
Well, they're talking back at you.
Okay, go.
Facebook, Robert, the hierarchy is Gen X Mom, Sammy Joe, Gen Z Kid, then the General, LOL.
Wait, so you interrupted my show for that?
That's the first one on the list.
You interrupted my show to tell me that I'm the low man on the totem pole.
I thought that was kind of funny.
All right, go ahead.
Trucker Mike 67 on Rumble. Question for the General. Who does he think should be Trump's vice president?
Me. No.
Oh, really? You're going to run now?
Well, if he asked me to, if he called up and said, "Look, man, we got to straighten some shit out," and he says, "You could probably say some of the shit I can't say," I'd have to think about it.
Wow.
For about 4 seconds.
Oh, okay.
But I'd say yes.
All right.
I would even trim up this beautiful beard and get a haircut. And I'd put on some nice clothes and show up and help him out.
Wow.
Hey, just let's go on record. If Trump needs some help and he asks, I'd be there.
Oh, wow.
In a heartbeat.
Wow. The shoeless one, member for 16 months. Better late than never. Evening, bottom of the glass nation. Shoeless, you're lucky the general didn't see you being late. You would be in the woodshed.
He'd be in the woodshed. I'd have put him there anyway. Is that was Shoeless Joe?
Yeah.
So he butters me up and pretends to be my close personal friend. He sits next to me at meals in Las Vegas. We bond at that level, and then he shows up late. Where is he? I'm looking for him right now.
Well, while you're looking, I'm going to read.
Justice will not stand, man.
Tracy Pyle, new member. Welcome to being an extra. Brother Bruns, $50. $50. As Gen X, we take care of the problem and moved on. Here's to the studio fund.
My man.
Brother Brun says, sorry for the mistakes, spelling mistakes. YouTube sticker feature has latency.
Hey, how come I can't find Shoeless? Is he not?
He's hiding.
Is he not in YouTube?
He's hiding.
He's not.
Casey Jones over on Facebook Personal. You're handsome too, Captain.
Captain?
That's what he called you.
Who's Captain?
I don't know. Scott Royston, $10. Hey, handsome general. Sometimes you just have to pray for those lost people. I don't even think they realize what they say at times. You're doing good, general, and we all love you. Remember, chicks, man, chicks.
That's right. And the Shoeless one made a mistake. He typed again.
Oh, man.
He did.
Damn it.
He wasn't being quiet. Shoeless one is now in the woodshed for 5 minutes. What happens when you're late, my fine feathered friend? You're out.
Becca Rowland, $5. Hey, family, just got Marcy Zavala's book today. Can't wait to start it. MarcyZavala.com, MarcyZavala.com. Loud one, $10. I'd like to make an announcement, General. Shush attacked the bank account. Gen Z kid had his appointment with her, and she paid off her credit card and spent all my race car money for
I tried to say Cutco. I was getting into a story, and she interrupted me. I tried. I was getting there.
And Shush jumps in and said, Loud one used my card to pay for the stuff he ordered from Gen Z Kid. All that I did was say I was interested, and it got added to the cart. So there sounds like there's a little discrepancy there.
Well, here's how this goes. And ladies and gentlemen, if I may be so bold, what we do is
What's stopping you? Ain't nothing stopping you.
You know what? How about my interrupting wife? I'm trying to have a conversation here with my friends. I'm trying to drink in peace, and you just keep clack, 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 right in my head. That's all I hear. Now I'm going to take this drink, and I got some words to impart, and everybody needs to listen, especially you over there with the tiara for some reason. I don't know why you're wearing
I'm feeling absolutely majestic right now.
You know, I picked that thing up the other day to move it. It's not plastic.
No, it ain't.
It's heavy.
Yes, it is.
I picked that thing up and I told the kid, I go, holy shit, have you felt this? He goes, yeah, it's real. He goes, it's heavy. Anyway, let me drink. Okay. Let me explain how this works. Then we can use Chush and Loud One as an example. Here's the cover story. The guy comes in and says, God damn it. She spent $5,000 on that goddamn shit. Your kid was on there selling her stuff, and my credit card was catching on fire. Swipe, 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 swipe. And $5,500 later, here we are. Rah. All right. That's the cover story. The truth is, what good men do to their capabilities, some can do more, some can do less. I'm kind of in the middle on it, personally. But your wife comes along and says, oh, I think I'd like that. I think I'd like that. I think I'd like that. And usually those women will put 13 or 14 things in the cart online for sale. And then they come through and say, you know, I put some stuff in there. If you'd like to pick a couple things out of there, I'd really like it. And the guy, if we can, we buy all of it or as much as we can. Now, remember, the cover story is still goddamn women spending all the goddamn money, be working the rest of my goddamn life, blah, 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 blah. But the truth is that we buy extras. We do as much as we can. And it doesn't have to be a birthday. It doesn't have to be an anniversary. We lavish them with as much stuff as we can afford. And believe me, I've been broke more times in my life than I've had money. And sometimes the only thing I can afford is a pizza with her favorite topping. And if you think I'm kidding, that has been a gift before. It's where you're at in life. And I've been up and I've been down, and I'll probably be up and down 10 more times before I die. But the point is, you do what you can when you can. And in this particular case, Loud One stepped up. He overreached. I know he overreached. And I know he's going to be working off that money for a while, but it doesn't matter. He's never going to think about it in a bad way for 1 second because it was for his chick. It's the same way. Like, you guys don't think that we do things like that openly or quietly for our women? Did anybody bother to read the YouTube or the Facebook streaming title today? Did anybody look what I wrote? Not one of you has commented on that. I'm really surprised Mrs. Four didn't text me personally with a big, "Aw, you big softy." I did that on my own and no one even noticed. None of you noticed. None of you women out there noticed and pointed to your guy and said, "How come you can't write shit like this, asshole?" Which you could have done had you seen it. And my wife didn't see it and look at me and go, "Oh, that was so nice." No. Nothing at all. We do things for you women, and you just let it fly right by, which is another reason why we drink. Chicks, man. Chicks. All right, I'm sure you got some things to say in the sheet.
Oh, okay, my turn again.
Yeah, I'm through bashing all of you women.
Mrs. ABC for $20. Looking handsome tonight, General. This is for the weight loss fund. Keep rocking. God bless.
Mrs. ABC, I mean, do we really need to state the obvious here? I mean, thank you for pointing out that I'm handsome, but I mean, it's this. Ladies and gentlemen, I can turn this down, but I can't turn it off. Just have to deal with it. I do apologize. Anything else?
Graham Gordon, member for 6 months, $2 more for a training bathing suit, swim or die.
I thought he was going to say a training bra.
That'd be funny. Mr. Fatty, member for 22 months. Biden is going great, said no one ever.
Yeah, it's a tough deal. Mr. Fatty, you see, here's one of the great things about Mr. Fatty.
What's that?
Do you remember he was the one who was challenging me on the World Show?
That is correct.
He challenged me to my face in front of everybody on the World Show. And on other moments when he sides with me, he's right there. That's a cat you can sit and have a beer with because you're open to discussion. You know what I mean? It's not
right.
Just all ones. I dig that when you have opinions all across the board that are yours and you can talk about it. That's my favorite thing. I love that a lot.
Yes.
A lot.
Cody Lawrence over on Facebook. General, would you agree the 90s was the last of the good generations?
Up until about 92, 93. For me, things started to change in 95, 96. So I'd probably hang on to stuff up until the early 90s. It wouldn't be a big deal for me. And I can give you examples on why, too. Back then, think about 1992. Now, I know there was the Rodney King riots. There were specific things of racism where assholes were doing fucked up shit. But as a nation, were you worried about what you were saying? Were you worried about being called a racist? No. Were you worried about they, them, he, she, No, you weren't. Were you worried at that time? Did you care about homosexuality? Not at all. It didn't matter. Everybody was equal. All of these groups have turned things into a fucked up mess. As a country, we were already on our way. We weren't talking about it anymore. Nobody cared anymore. We're moving. You're always going to have incidents. Don't say, well, what about this one thing? Well, that's 5 people out of 300 million Americans, so fuck off. That's not the normal. That's not the trend. This is over here. And what this is over here, by the early 90s, nobody gave a shit anymore. They had to drum up shit and invent shit and stand on individual things and pretend these individual things were the normal. They had to put it in the media because we were doing it. We were fixing it. We were getting there. Nobody cared anymore. Everybody was fine. So you ask me about what was better then. Is it more fucked up now? Yeah, and we didn't do it. You guys did. Yeah, Gen X Mom.
Ed K says audio seems off, like General is coming through Gen X Mom's mic.
Well, sometimes I talk real loud and it does come through her mic. I do apologize for that. But if I turn her microphone down to where it's supposed to be, then we have to assume she's going to get louder, and she's not. She's not. She's got that microphone 7 inches away from her face. Yeah, Gen X Mom.
John Morgan says, is the Sun Valley Fox the hoe?
Wow. Who said that?
John Morgan.
John, you know what? I didn't even tell anybody to go look. He's right. The Sun Valley Fox appropriately is the $2 whore right up against Mrs. Four Watton's ass-shaped peaches that are in the jar. Yeah, if you guys notice that in the jar over here, these peaches are shaped like an ass. Intentionally, not an accident. These peaches are a direct plaster mold of Mrs. Four Watton's ass. Mrs. Four Watton is a moderator and the bookkeeper on staff at Gen X Talks, and we sat her ass in a plaster mold, brought it back here to California, and we made this image from it, and now the Sun Valley Fox's face is pressed up against her ass. I thought that was appropriate for tonight. John Morgan, you got to send Gen X Mom at Gen X Talks an email. We got to send you something for that, because that wasn't even a solicited poll. That was something that man just flat out got it done. He's right. First guess. Well played, sir. Well played.
Dennis Nash over on Facebook. First time in alive. Love you guys. Dennis, thanks for listening to us or watching him listening to me.
Dennis, stop. Dennis over on Rumble.
No, Facebook. Didn't you hear my words?
I try not to
pay attention to my words.
I listened about.
I'm telling you exactly where they're at.
I listened about every other word you say. What? Who is it again?
Oh my goodness.
Dennis from Facebook. Listen, you just need to shut the fuck up, man. You're clearly misguided and wrong. We've already had Debbie in here who told me I suck. So you coming along telling me how cool I am obviously means you are high as a kite, or you are in your second fifth of Jack Daniels. Something's wrong, or you didn't adjust your medication correctly. That we've already heard. We've already heard from Debbie. Debbie has told us we're a fucked up mess and we suck. It was so nice, so refreshing to have someone pop into the live stream and and voice their opinion, especially when no one asked. I love the part that no one asked what her opinion was, and she said it anyway. Oh, that just speaks volumes about her character. Can you imagine being around Debbie in the workplace? We're not the first people that told her she's fucked up. We're not the first people to go, you're an opinionated fucking Karen and fuck off. We cannot be the first person in her life. She's had relationship trouble at that level because of how she speaks. We all know that.
Loud One just sent in $21 because he says the jar. He goes, I don't like this jar full. Kaboom.
I'm going to watch the jar now. Everybody, let's just watch this jar, because when you put in $21, the blue diamonds come in. That is going to create some havoc. There is going to be
here it comes. Oh, not yet.
Flying everywhere. I might have time to pour a drink for it.
Also, the Sun Valley Fox sent me a text message and says, wow, that's awesome. He's happy to be the $2 whore pushed up against Mrs. Four Watton's fine-ass peaches.
Fine-ass peaches. Here it comes right now. Watch this. Bum, 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 boom. Oh, my God, did that clear the jar? Wow. The best part of that is there's 4 of Mrs. Four Watton's ass-shaped peaches and none of the $2 whore. The Sun Valley Fox has been exited from the jar. You guys see that? Good stuff.
Yeah, the Sun Valley Fox says, I love Mrs. Four. I couldn't have my face against anybody else's ass.
Wow. How much has your brother... Whoa. Somebody wrote something terrible.
Yeah.
A guy named Unbelievable wrote, this is a fucking joke.
I think another one needs to go to the woodshed.
I don't understand, man. Am I fucking up that bad tonight? Somebody wrote, this is a fucking joke. What am I, the punchline? Now I suck and the program's a joke. Sooner or later...
I say you're killing it.
They're going to hurt my feelings. I love it. And here's the best part. At least Deborah had the strength to use her name. This guy comes in as Unbelievable. He doesn't even say his name. He's very quiet in the corner going, you're not going to know my name. I'm wearing a trench coat and a Dick Tracy hat. The spotlight is not on me. I'm going to pull my hat down and then I'm going to say, this is an unbelievable joke and I'm Mr. Unbelievable and this is just a joke. And then away he goes. Wouldn't you, if you really thought the show sucked, if you really thought this was stupid, this was a joke and it was horrible and we sucked, wouldn't you be able to be proud enough to stand up and go, here's my name? And I have an opinion, and it shall be heard. Anytime someone does it kind of anonymously, what a fucking pussy. This is the kind of guy that would talk shit at the end of the bar, and when I walk down there to say something at the end of the bar, he pays his tab and runs out the door. That's Unbelievable. Or the guy who's that's the guy. He's the punk ass bitch at the end of the bar who talks a bunch of stuff and then runs out before you can say anything, gets in his little electric Hyundai and scooters off before somebody can turn his car over and use it as a roller skate. Yeah, Gen X mom.
All right, some more sheets. Easy money.
Easy money.
The general has been my mentor for a couple of years now. I've learned a lot from the bottom of the Glass Nation.
As have I. I've learned a ton from you guys. I just saw Loud One go through the chat and he was talking like Tina's here. Is Tina here?
Tina.
He wrote something. Look at Loud One's like the last thing he wrote. For one, as soon as I thought, and maybe I'm wrong, I thought it was in there. Oh, there she is.
Tina Plexico.
Tina Plexico buys her gas at Texaco, and she's from Mexico, has showed up, and I love her so much. She says, General, you're killing it. Mom's right again. Wow. Why do you got to say mom's right again? Why can't you just leave it at General, you're killing it? You know, an exclamation point, but you got to say mom's right again.
Ashley Beth Crawford, Mrs. ABC, went to London in 93 and everyone had Docs on. I was so jealous. I still have never paid for a pair.
Wait a minute. Read that beginning of that again.
Went to London in 93 and everyone had Docs on.
No, what's her name?
Mrs. ABC.
She was copying me with the Tina Plexico. Mrs. ABC went to London in 93.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Rhymes there?
Okay.
Aha.
Loud One, member for 1 year, $5. That money amount was so close. I guess we were talking about
What?
the money you were talking about between him and Shush, I guess, or something, or I don't know.
Who said that?
Loud One.
Yeah, it was right on it was real close to that.
And our buddy Attrition is in here, the one that swooped in, swooped out in Vegas.
Where's that guy's in here?
Yes, he's in YouTube. $20 he gave. Since I was in and out so fast and didn't have time for drinks, here's something for the booze fund.
He was in and out, and that dude was such a colorful personality. Nobody took a fucking picture.
No,
Everyone was
he
just
got
going like this, going as he walked by, and I'm like, did anybody get his picture?
No.
Please. Did someone get his picture? Attrition, seriously, dude. In Las Vegas, we all spent 40 minutes, 10 people on their phones trying to look you up to get a picture to tell everybody the story. And no one could find it. God, he's a tattoo artist. No, he's a piercing artist. He's from Vegas. No, he's from the north side of Vegas. Well, he's only just got to Vegas. No, he's been here his whole life. Nobody found it. You got to send us a picture, man. I wish we had one side by side. Next time we come to Vegas, please don't let me forget to take a picture with you. I want one.
Yeah.
I do. I really do.
Very cool. The Shoeless One, member for 1 year, almost 2 years, and it's my first time in the woodshed. However, I put a still in there for members to use. He put a still in.
That's not going to go well with Mrs. Four. All hooch comes from her. She provides the still. She provides the moonshine for everyone Gen X talks. You start encroaching on her territory. This is old gang style from Capone's era.
Oh.
I'm just letting you know.
All right. Johnny Doe gave $50. Bless you, brother.
Thank you very much, Johnny Doe. Okay, I got something I got to go do.
I'm not done yet. You're just going to have to wait. Jenny over on Facebook, first live, actually just woke up in the UK. Hi.
Hey, Jenny, welcome to the new day.
Jenny says again, I actually got asked a few weeks back what pronouns my dog goes by. It was a young lad who asked me. I was floored. Never, ever been asked anything like that before. Normally get asked if he's friendly or does he bite. Oh, my gosh. Scott Aarons, a member for 10 months. General, rapper Killer Mike was on Bill Maher, said he wouldn't vote for Biden, then went to the Grammys, won 3, and was mysteriously arrested.
Yeah.
Very fishy.
They shut him down real. He had 3 Grammys in his hand after he says he's not a fan of what's going on with Biden. That's the big push right now. And I'm sure you guys have seen this. It's been out everywhere. It's not an original thought. I haven't had an original thought in my own head since 1973. Everything I'm telling you is stolen or plagiarized. However, you got to remember that the Democrats have found a perfect way to get rid of Biden in large form in the group. They say, I'm still a Democrat. I'm still on the left. I'm still a liberal, but I part with Biden. Can't do the Biden thing. They have publicly said by the millions now, I'm not with him, but I'm not leaving the party. They have crossed the line there. It's a big significance. I've never heard that before. Yeah.
Trishan said he'll send you one in Discord, a picture.
My man.
So check your mail,
All
man.
right,
now it's your turn. I grant you the next few minutes of time.
Switched. I wasn't even waiting. I've already switched. I didn't wait on you.
Whatever.
Not even waiting. All right. So here's some more things you guys sent that I have to try to figure out. This one is from the Sun Valley Foxes era. This one is from the Mrs. 4 Watton era. I'm not sure how they put this in a magazine as an advertisement, but it's bullshit. I will tell you right now from Generation X, this is bullshit. Let me show you what it is. This one's called a Vibra Finger, and if you read what it says, gum massage. Yeah, this is for your gums. This is a Vibra Finger, vibrating finger for your gums. Now, I'm not sure what kind of bullshit you guys were trying to pull on everybody back there in this day. As you can clearly see by the advertisement, there is no way this happened on my watch. No. We didn't think of it. We didn't invent it. And we certainly didn't put it in a magazine for sale for $6 or $7, $6.95. No. Tell me it's for your gums. That's a bunch of bullshit. I think we know what this is for. No, I'm not going to go any further than that. You guys can use your imagination. All right. Here's another one you guys sent me that I thought was really good. Eric Adams, we all know who he is in New York, says he is being attacked because of his chocolate administration. You guys are just mad at him because he has a predominantly black administration. You guys are mad at him because he's black. You're mad at him because of the people he has chosen and their skin color. No, you chose them because of their skin color. You didn't care how good they were at their job. You chose them. You've got that mentality. You have the racist mentality. We don't like you because you're a fucking asshole. We don't like you because you've ruined everything for our fellow citizens over there. We don't like you because you're a fuck up. It has nothing to do with your skin color. You could have been a white fuck up and we'd have felt the same way. You're just a dumb shit. Let's get that out there. Now, he knows. He's sitting there. I'm just going to tell everybody it's racially motivated, but I know the truth. I fucked everything up. Yes, you have. You fucked everything up. Just live with that. All right. Here's one that I don't have much to comment on. Somebody sent me this. I guess this was a big thing. Our Goosebumps, I guess they're books. I'm guessing they're children's books. And
you don't remember our children reading them?
I'm guessing
that's pretty sad.
Did our kids have these?
Yes, they did.
So they're child appropriate. Were they kind of scary? Is that why they're called Goosebumps?
Mm-hmm, yes.
I don't. Well, then you have an opinion. Were these a good thing for the kids, for generational? Is this a good thing to remember?
Why not? We had Christine, the movie Christine. We had worse than this.
We weren't reading Christine at 5 years old, though.
But we were watching it.
Okay, well, I'm asking now. We'll stay on topic here. The vibrating finger is kind of bullshit. I'm asking if Goosebumps was a good thing or bullshit. Was it also bullshit?
No, it was good.
So we'll keep that. Here's one that came out a long time ago. This came out, I think, in the 90s, so we might be responsible for this. Thirsty Cat and Thirsty Dog. I don't remember seeing this, but I did a little homework on it, and it was fish-flavored water for the cat and beef-flavored water for the dog. And it lasted about a year, and people went, I'm not buying flavored water for my dog and cat. Now they should bring this back out, because now there's a bunch of millennials and Gen Z that would love to waste money on flavored water for their animals. But when you bring this out in the early 90s, you got Gen Xers in their 20s and 30s going, no fucking way are we doing this. No. And it got squashed. Why? Because we have common sense and you guys are fucking morons. All right, just what I'm thinking there. Now, I'm going to ask Gen X Mom for some help with this one. You ready?
Yeah.
What does the word prophylactic mean to you?
I have to say that on the air?
I'm just asking what you think it means, because I got a little bit of an education here.
Isn't that like...
You don't want to say you don't want to say condom. Just say,
no, I'm just saying okay, condom.
Okay, I would say so too. If someone said prophylactic, you think condom.
I was going to say rubber.
Well, that's what a condom is.
I know. Okay.
You just went gutter. At least I said condom. You went rubber. You got a rubber? You got your rubber with you? Just when you think that crown also means class, it doesn't.
It's a little tilted, okay?
It's a little tilted.
It's allowed to be.
Your crown is sitting on two horns. I can see from here.
I just moved, okay?
So prophylactic, it doesn't just mean condom. I didn't know that the word prophylactic just meant to prevent.
Yeah, there's people telling you that right now.
Yeah, it just meant to prevent. That's why they got away with this back in Sun Valley Fox's era, right as the Conestoga wagons got done trekking across the continental United States, and they began to develop products made out of plastic and brushes and stuff. Someone came up with this. I think this came out in like 1903 when Sun Valley Fox was in junior high, and it's a prophylactic toothbrush. Now, you couldn't get away with that shit today because you're not putting a rubber in your mouth. That's what you think. But apparently, that's not what it means. It's the terminology has been changed. And, right now, you know what the Sun Valley Fox is doing? He's rummaging through his Foot Locker out there in his garage because he's got one. He didn't use it anymore, but he's got one. He goes, I got the original one right here. I'm just saying, not judging. I'm just saying. All right. Here's one I don't understand, and everyone's got to explain it to me. Puxatawny Phil came out. I'm not talking about the movie Groundhog Day. I'm talking about the real groundhog, and predicts an early spring. What does that mean? Now, I know it's 6 weeks more of winter if he predicts no, but if he just says, hey, we're having an early spring, does it get daylight get sooner? Is everybody happier? Because if that's the case, tell this fucking groundhog every year to say it's going to be an early spring.
It's global warming.
Oh, he's a global warming groundhog this time. So he came out and said climate change, early spring.
Yes.
All right. Now that makes sense.
Hey, if everybody else can use it, so can he.
Well, I didn't even know. Now this is why you're here on the show. You balance things out, my yin to your yang. I had no idea this was
not a problem.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. America.
Okay.
And Denmark.
All right. This was an actual product in the 90s. Does anybody know what this does? I've actually seen one. Anybody have any idea what this does, what it is? I'm going to show you a little more on it. This was a real thing. And this was supposed to rejuvenate your face. You see the little controller down there? You got a controller with a button and a speed control, and you strap this thing to your face, and then you turn it on. And here's what it does. On the inside of it, it's got all these electrodes. And it's supposed to, through electricity and vibration, and I have touched this thing. It fucking stings if you turn it up all the way. This is supposed to eliminate wrinkles and relax your face through electricity. I actually knew a chick that used this every day for like 10 years.
Not me.
No, not you. And she had one of the most fucked up wrinkled faces I'd ever seen. And I'm sure it's because when you put this thing on, your muscles go like this. So your face is like this the whole fucking time. So every wrinkle you think you were getting rid of, you got 10 more you never even knew you had. It's a real thing. I'm not upset if any of you girls out there use this. Don't be mad at me. I'm just the messenger. Don't kill the messenger. Here's one for you. Bic. B-I-C. Honey, what does Bic make?
Bic pens.
Bic pens. They are disposable pens.
Yes.
They're throwaway pens.
And they sucked ass.
They sucked ass. But you don't refill a Bic pen. It's known for being, you throw it away when you're done. Bic came out. I didn't know this. I had to look this up. I thought this was bullshit. Bic came out with underwear. Disposable underwear.
Ew, yeah. Those are called diapers.
It's a real thing that Bic came out with disposable undergarments. And you threw them away. Here's another picture. Look at that. Bic. There's the packaging it came in. Disposable underwear.
Okay.
I knew a guy named Doug in Las Vegas. We worked at the same car dealership together. And this is a true story. Doug, just this beautiful girl he was dating. I mean, he was older than me by about 5 or 8 years, and so was his chick. And she was just gorgeous. And he broke up with her after like a year, maybe 9 months to a year. I said, well, what the fuck, Doug? He goes, she had a quirk I couldn't deal with. She had a pet peeve I couldn't deal with. I go, what pet peeve? Her underwear that she would buy was $7 a pair. $7 for one pair of underwear. This was in 92-ish. And she'd come home from work, take off her underwear, and throw it away. Every day, one pair of underwear every day. So if there's 30 days in a month and she's wearing one a day at $7 a day, what's 3 times 7? 21?
Yes.
$210 at minimum. $210 in underwear every month in the early 90s. That was a fucking car payment back then. She would not wash her underwear. She'd wear a bra. She'd wash a bra. Not her panties. She'd throw them out. He goes, after a year, he goes, I can't do this. I quit.
time surfing alien goes, put your dick in a bic.
Put your dick in a bic. The true story. Before this big story even came out, this is something I said, okay, dude, if you think you got to break up with her for that, but if she's that hot, fucking pay the $200 a month and just keep buying under. He goes, no, I can't do it. He goes, that was a line he could not cross. So that was the end. Yeah.
Can I do some sheets, please? My crown is back straight.
Your crown is straight. Now don't use bad words.
All right.
Go ahead.
A787 Fixer, member for 1 year, $2 for the whiskey fund.
Thank you.
Mark Weedow, $50 on PayPal, $25 for whiskey, $25 for wine. Keep kicking butt, and you are the best show, period.
I knew Mark Weedow was going to come through. That dude doesn't let it go. He's going to be around. He's one of the faithful. He's going to drop in $50, $80, $100, and just go, don't listen to the haters.
John Morgan, $2. The finger is really just a neck massager. Wink, wink.
Yeah, that's what my wife would use it for, sure.
Matthew Cole, today is my birthday. 45 times around the sun. Good way to finish the night.
Far out, man. Happy birthday. Do you know that she's almost got the birthday cards ready? We did the design for the birthday cards for laps around the sun, and you can buy a bunch of them, buy 10 of them, and then just save them, and you fill in the number for how many laps around the sun, and the rest of it's kind of a cool card. Yeah, we got them going.
Johnny Doe, $49.99. Remember Uncle Ted?
Uncle Ted. Yeah, Ted Nugent was called Uncle Ted.
Joshua Kunzelman on
I pulled that out
Facebook.
of my ass, that Uncle Ted thing. I knew he meant something, but that's who Uncle Ted was. Yeah, go ahead.
Joshua on Facebook. Which Harley do you ride, General? I prefer to ride an O2 Ultra Classic Electric Glide.
I wasn't allowed to have that
No, he wasn't.
because
We weren't old. Oh, sorry.
Whoa, what did you say?
I didn't say anything bad.
Tell him what you told me when I pointed out that I wanted a full dress Harley. We were at the dealership. Tell him what you said.
I take the fifth.
You hammered me. You said you're not a fucking old man. We're not riding one of those. I was getting her a couch and a love seat. Now she's on a tampon. And for those of you who ride Harleys, you know what I mean. She doesn't call it a soft tail anymore, which is what I ride. Anyway, we done? Can I go back?
Sure.
All right, a few more things here, just so you remember. We talked about that.
You didn't tell him what Harley you have.
Heritage Softail.
There you go.
Okay. I didn't know that there was a time period in the 80s, if you didn't want to shampoo your hair, you didn't have to. There was a dry shampoo. Do you know what a dry shampoo is?
I'm laughing because they still make it.
They do? Is it still called a mini poo?
No, it is not
What
called
kind
a
of
mini.
marketing genius says, put mini poo in your hair? Put mini poo in your hair.
That
and
looks
then
like the 60s.
It's mini poo.
But look at the girl in her hair. That was in the 60s.
Who do we blame for that?
That
shit?
is not the 80s. Who said it was the 80s?
The note that came with this says this was a product in the 80s. I never heard of it.
I never saw it either.
Mini poo. Yeah, I'm going to put some mini poo in my hair. Who fucking kind of genius did this? Now, here's one I am familiar with. Crystal Pepsi. Zero sugar, zero caffeine.
No.
Crystal Pepsi. You know what?
What's the point?
Yeah, what is the point of having a soft drink that's all fucked up? Although, Dr. McDreamy would say, there's the perfect soft drink. No flavor, no taste, no sugar, no calories. That's the soft drink promoted by Dr. McDreamy. But I didn't like it because it seemed unnatural to drink a soda that had no flavor. It was horrible because it didn't seem clear. Clear didn't fit. You want to know why this failed? Because a bunch of people my generation go, I just can't get into this. It looks like water, but tastes worse.
I think they were trying to be 7-Up at the time.
It just was horrible. It didn't have a lemon lime flavor to it. It was just bad. Here's something you guys asked me about. I don't remember McDonald's ever selling burritos or fajitas.
Say that again. Burritos.
Burritos. If I roll my R's. No burritos, no fritotos. But I don't remember it, and I don't care because I was loyal to Taco Bell. Yeah. We all saw the movie, Wesley Snipes, Sylvester Stallone. You know what movie I'm talking about. Don't make me say it. And I was loyal. I was loyal to Taco Bell. So this went away quickly. I think it lasted 2 years. Here's one of all the gross things that you could put in your mouth, honey, and I know for a fact you've had some gross things in your mouth. I want to know if you tried this. This was a soft drink that came out. It not only did it have, you shake it up and it had little ball things all over it that you drank the little ball things. I think this was called Orbit.
Nope. Never had it.
It was thick, like kind of like cough syrup too.
Nope.
Anybody who tried this, like, okay, there's no way this is going to work. It was a gimmick. You could go in the store. I bet you know what Orbit probably holds the record for? Most fondled drink in a grocery store. You pick it up and shake it up and you put it right back. You ain't going home with it. You ain't taking it home after dinner. No.
You should have wrote their commercial.
But it's the most fondled drink because we all went in and played with it and then put it right back down. Just letting you know.
Okay. Hey, Michael over on Facebook Personal says, I absolutely love you, but the pay sheets are ridiculous.
Pay sheets? I don't understand what that is.
I don't know.
What's
I guess
a pay sheet?
That I keep saying that people give money.
Pay sheets?
I don't know.
Are ridiculous?
Let's move on.
What a dumb thing to comment on. What, you don't like that people tip us for what we're doing? We would have more legitimacy if we refused donations and refused money.
They're tipping the dancing monkey sitting right there in front of the camera.
Yeah, if I'm the dancing bear, you can't tip. You don't go to the circus and watch a performer and pay for a ticket. Well, fuck you. Because if people take their hard-earned money, even if it's $1, and decide to give it to us, not only is that humble and we're grateful, but I can't tell you how much it means because it means a lot. So go fuck yourself. How's that feel?
Jesse over on Facebook says, I stepped in Minnie Pooh once at Disneyland.
And did you use a washcloth to get it out? Because Minnie Pooh, Minnie Mouse. I get it. Minnie Pooh.
And the pay sheets are about the donations. So, yeah.
What a fucking idiot. What a dumb thing to comment on. Fuck off. All right, I got one for you. One last thing as far as marketing goes. I don't know who came up with this. Pure genius. You could have charged $100 a bag and I'd have bought 5 bags. Potato chips called Big Tits. Big Tits potato. It was 10 cents back then.
Yeah, probably in 1920.
Who cares? What a fucking... How is this not still a thing? Big Tits potato chips? I don't care how bad they tasted. I'm putting it in my mouth. I don't care how awful Big Tits are. I want some. I don't care if there was terrible flavor to these Big Tits. I'm nibbling on unflavored, bad flavored Big Tits. I would do it right now. If I could take a pair of Big Tits and have them in my hand, I'd grab Big Tits right now. But I can't because they don't make it anymore. They don't make Big Tits, although some would disagree. All right, we made it. I'm all through my stuff. Do you have any more in your sheets?
Let me double check.
Double check before we say goodnight, Gracie.
The sheets are clean.
The light is green. The trap is clean. The sheets are empty. Thank you guys for tuning in. Why don't you say goodnight to everybody, my love? You've done a wonderful job.
Good night, everyone.
Everyone can type in goodnight to Gen X Mom wherever you're listening from around the planet. Thank you for tuning in. If you had an hour and 20 minutes to waste, thank you for wasting it with Gen X Talks. We really appreciate everybody who stopped by, all the contributions. It's one of the live streams that we get to interact. You guys get to say stuff and we get to respond. I know it's not like sitting around a real bar, but it kind of is. Josh Maddox will tell you it's the best bar ever. I'm inclined to agree. Wherever you're listening from around the planet, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you tuned in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember 2 things. Wherever you go, there you are. And that's important because you're standing right there. I'm going to drink this one to you before I close it out. Thank you guys for showing up to all the extras on all the platforms. You guys had time to give and you gave it to us, and it means a lot. It really does. This one's for you guys. Drink one with. Don't make me drink alone. I've drank alone before and I'll do it again. I just prefer not to. This one's to you guys, to all the extras out there. The truth is at the bottom of the glass. Do you see that? The word truth right there? There it is. The truth is at the bottom of the glass, and we found the truth tonight. Thank you very much. Boy, that last one hit me in the back of the throat like you wouldn't believe. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. That's right, I said it. Now I got to go. Thanks again, guys.